What's up with y'all, man? Yellowbone, the neighborhood customizer. I just wanted to throw in a quick tip on making multiple patches for y'all. Of course, I'm using the same Kimberbell heavy duty backing that I like to use for patches on my 8x13 Mighty hoop. I love this deal, especially for making patches. This thing is amazing. But I've got my backing hooped. I'm gonna throw it on the machine. And I've got a piece of my patch material that fits perfectly into my hoop right there for the size of all the patches and everything. And I'm gonna show y'all how I break this up in order to make this as easy as possible, because as y'all know, I use my scissors to cut. I don't have pre-cut shapes in order to do this on. So let me go ahead and show y'all how I do that real fast. All right, so of course, put your patch material on there. Get it flattened out. And then we're gonna go ahead and press start. And I want y'all to watch how I have this set up. So I've got all of my patches set up here, and I broke it up. So what it's gonna do is it is first going to run my tack down stitches. So if you have an applique stitch in your chroma or in your digitizing software, you can take the applique stitch, right click it, and then you can break it apart. So you break it apart so that you have the run, the placement stitch run, the tack down stitch run, and then the applique run. I took the placement stitch run all the way out because I don't need it, because I'm running this all the way around. So what it's doing right now is doing my tack down stitch. So after I broke down my applique, I ordered it how I wanted it, and then I just duplicated as many times. And then you pull all of your run stitches together, because your run stitches are going to be your tack down, and you let all of your tack downs run first. And then after all your tack downs run, you stop the machine and you cut out around all of the tack downs, and then you go ahead and start your machine back up and let the appliques and then the design in the middle of the patch run. This is probably the most time-effective way for me to do it. You don't want to be going in and having to cut after every single patch, right? So you want there to be maximum time or minimum time spent cutting out in front of the machine. So I'll spend a few minutes cutting this all out once it's finished, and then after that I can let the rest of the 52,000 stitches run, and I don't have to be in here babysitting it. All right, so now that that's finished running all of my tack down stitches, I'm gonna go ahead, take my scissors and cut this out real quick. So this is really the best way to be time effective. So I'll cut out that side. Y'all remember, whenever you're doing this, that you want to get as close to that line as possible. That way you don't have any of this sticking out, any of your patch material. You want all of your patch material to be under your applique line. I like to turn it. You'll get comfortable with whatever way inside this hoop is most comfortable for you. You'll figure that out. As time progresses and as you continue to do it, there's no right or wrong way as long as you're getting it cut. and getting it cut close. Again, I use these curved applique scissors to do this, y'all. This would be very difficult with regular scissors, but when you have these curved applique scissors that you can just order off of Amazon, go to Michael's, you can get them. Hobby Lobby probably has them. And it is a lot easier to get a close cut and to cut down inside something like this hoop, especially around these edges. All right, so now I'm gonna go all the way down here, and I'm gonna quickly cut these corners first. Remember, if you're running like me on a one-head machine and you're running a lot of material, you really have to find the best and most effective way to be time effective. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side, and by doing all of these corners on the outside before I start cutting, instead of doing one at a time, it's called muscle memory, y'all. So I get very used to turning these scissors how I need to turn them in order to cut those corners. If I tried to cut line and then cut corner, cut line, cut corner, it's gonna be a little different because I'm changing what kind of style of cutting that I'm doing. So anything you can do to be time effective is gonna be the key. I'll stop talking and fast forward through this for y'all. I now have all of my pieces cut out. I'm gonna throw it back on the machine. Hit start again. Let's see what you do. That's it, y'all. So now I'm just gonna let this run. It's gonna run out the rest of the patches. I'll probably have to do a bobbin change around 30,000, 40,000. I don't think that's a full bobbin in there, but I barely used it. So I'll probably have to do a bobbin change after a while. Hopefully my tensions are all good. Oh, look, it's messing up right now. Fix my tensions real quick. You kind of got to loosen up your tension and run a little bit looser whenever you're running through just that tearaway backing. So a little bit of looser tension makes things run a lot smoother. Alright, so we're back running. All I did was loosen up my bobbin tension. So my bobbin tension was a little bit too tight. And I knew my bobbin tension was a little bit too tight because when I looked underneath, I had a small bit of bird nesting, which means that your top thread is getting pulled down in too far, and then it'll get double looped, and then you'll end up having that bird nest effect at the bottom. So once I looked down there, that's what I realized was wrong with my tension. So we should run smooth now. I might have some issues. Gotta come mess with it, but I'm using the old bobbin. Hopefully I don't need to change it. Hopefully it doesn't keep changing tensions on me. But that's it. I'll let y'all see the finished product when it's done.